Memories go. Since I had this last prank.
I heard you done yourself a mischief.
Yeah, broke a few ribs and they're still fucking sore. It was just before Christmas. And you can see the lump poking up here.
Oh shit, yeah. Oh fucking hell.
You know, and they say, oh, we can operate and fix it. And I said, well, I did this one years ago, back in 86. I did it twice, actually. I had 6 operations on the bloody thing, and it was only the last 3 years that I could bloody sleep on it. So I said, if you operate on this bastard, I said, I'll be 102 before I can sleep on it. So I don't worry about it. So I'm just doing exercises and stuff to build it up. But what I mean, I'm only 72 and what's the matter? There's a bit of a bump on your shoulder, you know?
Yeah.
There's different
Does
ways.
it hurt? How the hell do you break ribs and bloody... Is it?
Well, the bloody horse trod on me there, like he bucked me off.
Oh shit.
And you can see the hoof print in there and there, and it broke those 3 ribs and busted his shoulder. So it's actually torn the end of the clavicle, you know, it's like that. It's torn it off the top of the shoulder. So there's nothing holding the arm up, see? It can go right in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But if you learn to build these muscles up.
Oh, traps, yeah.
Yeah, see, you can see I can get it back up there now. But, and I'm getting better at it, but it's, oh fuck, when you push something like that, yeah, it just does the opposite, it fucks it again. And then the ribs, but because of the fires and everything, I didn't sit around long enough, you know.
Yeah.
I had to come and clean up around here, and then the bloody leaves are all drying up and falling, so you'd have to down around the house and just, you know, you sort of had to get into it.
That was a scary couple of weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, and they did all these bloody x-rays. Oh, and I knocked myself out. I was out for 10 minutes.
Oh shit.
I was at Tom Grogan station and they chopped me to bloody Alfred Hospital. I was in intensive care there for about 3 days.
Oh really?
Yeah, so because I've had bloody heart problems, so I had 4 bypasses put in about 5 or 6 years ago. So yeah, and because you're on blood thinners, and then I had a slight stroke. Shit. So you're on more blood thinners, like, so then they thought, you know, the bleeding on the brain could be really bad. So unfortunately, it wasn't too bad. They can still see the scar in there, and so just my memory's not quite as sharp. Yeah, it's funny. But what I mean, I've had a fair few pranks and it didn't seem to worry me. What I mean, it is what it is.
I've heard from a few people like rants and stuff like that. I can't believe he's still bloody breaking horses. And he's just done himself, he's hurt himself again. Yeah. What's he still doing it for?
Yeah, but did you know, I rode 3 different horses. I went up there, I do the mustering for young mouse. I had this bloody mare out here that wouldn't get in foal, and I never ever ridden her. So Mouse took her up there to Tom Grogan. So I get on that bastard and it sort of humped a bit. And I rode it for probably 13 hours that day. And the next day it was sore in the back on one side because it was a bit, I was working on its mouth all day, it was a bit one-sided. So when a horse is one-sided, you're pulling it around. So you're digging your tailbone in the near side of its back in the saddle, and they get sore in the back there, and they get girth sore because the girth's pulling up on them on that side. See, it was one thing to learn when you were buying horses. Like if a horse has got a little white patch on the near side of his back and being girth galled on the other side, he won't turn to the right. Okay. Just little things like that. Anyhow, so this horse next day I got on it and it was sore. So didn't have a horse to ride. So Mouse said, I bought one the other day. So got it in, and it hadn't been ridden for years. So got it in, and then it started threw a saddle on and started to play up a bit, and I just jammed it, went bang, and the hitch just fucking started to buck. And it was nearly vertical when it came down, and it drove me into the saddle, and I was that fucking sore, because of the blood thinners and that. I was black all around, right up to me balls and all the side here. And next day I could just walk around, and this horse was about 16 hands, so I thought, fuck getting on him, I'll take that kid's pony that I had the other time when I was here, and it's only about 13 and a half hands. So I went and got it, saddled it up, put young Jacko on it, led it probably from here to the house, down there, to the stockyards, and I said, Jacko, you got to get off now, the other blokes are here, we'll go. The owner wanted to come with me, and anyhow, I said, we've got to get going. So he jumped off, and I went to get on, and I was that sore, the saddle rolled, you see. So I was bloody pony, so I just girthed him up real tight and stepped on him, and he's fucking honking, And all I can remember was I can see his nose and his eye and the dust coming up. His head was that far down, and I'm trying to pull the bastard, and that was it. Yeah. Whether I went out to it or something before I come off, but I don't remember. I woke up, they said I was out for 10 minutes, I thought I was dead. And there goes, who's going to go and tell Suze? And when I came, they waited for 10 minutes, and I came around, and then they went and told Suze that I'd been come off a horse. Next thing, the fucking chopper comes in, picks me up. And all I remember, I didn't remember getting into the chopper, and then next thing they pull up at Brenambra and they refueled at Brenambra. I don't know where the chopper came from. Somebody said it could have come from Penella. But it did.
Brenambra?
Yeah.
Whereabouts
in Brenambra, yeah, they dropped down there and refueled. They must have had somebody to come and refuel them. Yeah. In a vehicle or whatever, pump some fuel into it. So then I sort of, when it took off, I woke up, I sort of half woke up, and I said to the bloke, this bloke's looking down at me and fucking taking the pulse and all this sort of stuff. And I said, do you mind if I sit up and have a look around? This would be a bloody good view. He said, yeah, it is. And he said, if you bloody sit up, he said, I'm going to tie you down. So that was it. Waste of a fucking chopper ride, I can tell you. So yeah, pretty out.